Dreamweaver CC 2015 introduced starter templates for HTML email. They have all the right coding, so you don't have to hand code it with all the ins and outs required by each email client. During a search through the internet, brought up a lot of Dreamweaver tutorials that wrote code for emails, making it very tedious and long, to say the least. So instead of coding ourselves, let's do it the easy way and use a Dreamweaver template. I have all the documentation and steps on a document, which will be on the Web Spinner's website. I have Dreamweaver open. Images used in HTML have to be hosted on a publicly accessible server so that when the email is opened by your reader, their device knows where to fetch the image from to display it. I uploaded my images to one of my websites and just linked to the images using the full web page link, better known as absolute URLs, starting out with the https:// and the rest of it, and then the full website after that. Now, this is where I put my files, if you can see them right here. I've got all of my JPEG files just in a folder so that I can work it just like I would a regular website. So after putting them on the website, I went to each link and copied the URL and placed all the links in Notepad to copy from when linking to a particular image. I also placed all of my wording in Notepad so I could replace the dummy text in the email. So what you do is you go up and choose File, New, then go to Starter Templates. On your sample folder, choose Email Templates. On Sample Page, I selected Basic. There are several, and I have got all of those listed in my document, which will be on the website. And then you come down here and you click Create. And up pops the website that they already set up. Now, if you go to View and View Mode, you can go to Live View or Design View. I think Live View gives us a lot more options in the email template. So what you have to do is to replace an image, you go to the image and select this little box here, which is IMG. Click on the little lines here. I've got two screens open, so I'll go to my Word document, or actually my Notepad document, and select where that particular logo is. I'll select the web address. Come over here, open this up, and put the complete address in here. Come down here to the link, put the complete address there. And up pops your JPEG file. Now, in order to replace text, you just highlight the dummy text and paste your text over it, or replace it by highlighting the dummy text and typing over the text on the web page. So if I just come up here and highlight it and type in what I want, which would be San Antonio Web Spinners. Come over here to this text, highlight it, and type in issue 1. Come over here and put the date in. September 3rd, 2020. Okay. Now, come down here and go ahead and replace this with web come down here and add a little tagline. let's say, join us the first Thursday of the month. Okay. Now, in order to, let's make this bold. So actually, I just highlighted it, and the bold italic comes up. And also, you could also attach something or hyperlink something right here. Okay. And I'm going to make this bold. And I'm going to replace it with some text that I already had saved. Do a Control C on my document. Come over here and do a Control V, and that replaces it. Okay, right here, let's see, let me go over here and get my, I'm going to put a Dreamweaver logo here. Control C on my document. Come over here. And come down here to the link. And remember, both of them have to have the absolute URL. I found that it doesn't work any other way. And how about a little alternate text? Okay. And I've got a little thing about Dreamweaver. Come over and pick it up. Highlight the text and do a Control V to paste it. Let's get another Adobe. Let's put an InDesign logo up. Control C. Over here. Come down here, hit that. Let's make this InDesign. Okay. Come over here and get some InDesign words. Copy it. Control C. Bring it over here, highlight the text, and do a paste, Control V. Now if I put a couple of spaces here, it'll bring it down to line it up, the read more. Okay, let's get another one. Control C. Reason I have this already in here is that I had already worked this out and did some tests with it, so it kept this in there. So I have to get rid of the old text. Okay. Now you can change your target, but I'm not going to change it. We'll have our leader here. Okay, I'm going to just put a little text on our user group manager. And how about our assistant manager? So I go over here to my notepad and get the link. Come over here. Do a Control V to paste it in. Come down to the link, a Control V. Alternate text, K. Gunther. K. Gunther. Get a little bit of words on K. All right, there you go. Well, I wanted to line that up. Okay, I went ahead and put this in the view. I changed the view to split view and code and live view. So we got my live view over here. My little problem here is I can't fix this because I've got a paragraph that has shown up probably when I hit the return. So I'm going to delete that. And that brought it back up again. Let's see if I can make this just like that. That lined it up. Okay. Let's change the company name to San Antonio Web Spinners. SA Web Spinners, SAW. Change this to your help with Adobe. You know, I've got some, all right. Now, one thing I don't like about some of this is it is so light that you can hardly read it. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to change in the properties panel, I'm going to change this from white to black. And the text over here is the same way. I'm going to change that from white to and this also. That way you can see it better, I think. Now I can come down here in the Read More and do a link to Dreamweaver. Come over here on InDesign, give a link to the Adobe website on LinkedIn. Now I should have done this a long time ago. I should have saved this file. File, save as, make it index.html. Save. Had to save it in the right folder. Okay, now let's just do a save all again. File, save all. Make sure we got it all. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is use something called an Inliner Tool. So what you want to do is go to View, Code, and get all the code view. Inliner Tool catches all the CSS that you didn't catch, because you have to have all the CSS in the email. And the Inliner Tool helps to make that happen, because if you, it's just all the different email programs use different things, so you just have to make it work that way. Now MailChimp is a good and easy one to use, and I've got the link to find that on my document. So I want to come up here and I'm going to do a Control A to select it all, a Control C to copy it, and then bring up my Inliner Tool. And right here in this blank place, this is where you paste it. So do a Control V to paste it, do a Convert to convert it. And of course we have this little thing, success below is your code, okay? So you go over here and you pick up this converted text. So I'm going to do a Control A to select it all, a Control C to copy it. And then I'm going to bring up Notepad. I'll make a new document out of it. Paste my converted text. Then I'm going to save this as a HTML file. File, save as, and I'm going to make it index.html and save it. Okay, then we get out of that. We can get out of this, and I'm going to bring up my email. Okay, I'm going to make a new email. And let's just go, we got to test it. Gay Carnes at Gmail. Gay at TECARNES.com. Let's do a Yahoo. Gay Carnes at yahoo.com. Okay. Just to make sure that it worked. This is a test from Gay. Okay. Now, we need to come up here and use our quick access toolbar button. I've got all the procedures on how to do this if you don't happen to have one on my document. So come over here to attach. Let's find the file, which is on my desktop. Tutorial, Hollandale tutorial, okay. Click on it, but don't insert it yet. Just click on it. Come over to the insert. Insert as text, and that will do it. All right, and that's what it did. It inserted it as text, just like we produced it. Okay, let's go ahead and send it. Okay, let's bring up Google and go to my Gmail. And here it is. Test from Gay. And there it is. So we know it'll work in Gmail. Let's see if we can go to Yahoo and see if it came across. Let's go to my mail. Here it is, test from Gay. And there it is. Well, it doesn't look beautiful, but it's close. All right, and there you have it. How would you like to create an HTML email in Gmail? Well, it's easy. You go to your Gmail email, click on Compose. Come over here to Gay at TECARNES.com, subject, HTML email in Gmail. Come down here and make some placeholder text. Right click on it and click Inspect. Okay, up comes the Gmail Inspect element. So right click on it and click on Edit as HTML. Now go to your CS Inliner Tool like we did before and click on Convert. That's the code I put in there. It came up, Control A, Control C. Okay, come over here. And do a paste. Come over here to your draft. And there it is. Looks good. Now let's send it. Okay, let's go over to my email and check it out. And here you are. It worked. And that's it.